And we're back with Bird. We're just having this wonderful discussion about volunteering travel, which you brought to Hong Kong. So tell us what you're doing in Hong Kong. How does this work here?
How does this work? We established about more than 10 years ago when I was really just graduate, and I was still a biology teacher at that moment in the
right.
Yes, and to me it's more like a student club in university. You know, like some student association. That why people form that organization is more for interest or like serving the members. For some common interest so that we can make that more influential. So this is more like our original purpose. And we just spend, like we have 8 founders at that moment. Every one of us just spend about like 1,000 Hong Kong dollar, and then.
So you founded the organization with 1,000 Hong Kong dollars?
Yes. And actually, it's much more simple than I thought. I mean, it's very enjoyable at the very first beginning because, like, you think about it, you have a team. Yeah. We all have a common goal, but we have different abilities. Some focus on PR, writing website. I focus on like making speeches, and some work on the paper. And we all working for free. And that's why we are a strong team, like very professional, but with a very low cost.
Fantastic.
And then I think that kind of passion also is the most valuable assets of our organization. We spend almost nothing on promotion costs, but we're just able to attract a lots of people. We established before the summer. And then we thought that, like, because summer will be the peak season at the beginning, and then we just expect like maybe 30 or something people applying. That could be quite a good number because they have to pay. They pay like about 2,000 Hong Kong dollar for an application. To join like service, and then some people join. That would be quite cool.
Okay.
And then we released the program, and then like some newspaper already report us, more than one newspaper, and then we become so hits, and then our website get down, and I have to upgrade it for twice. And then after the summer, we have more than 100 people applying. Okay. And then so strange, like somehow our bank account get expanded quite so fast.
That's a good problem.
It's a good problem, but and then later on, like the government even asked for us to tax on us.
Wow.
No, for like, come on, why we need to be taxed?
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
So what do those, for example, what do these 100 people do in Hong Kong? So do they just come in, and then what do they get to do?
Indeed, they are not people coming to Hong Kong. It's Hong Kong people going out.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they went to Mongolia, somewhere I went. They went to Germany. They went to Kenya, everywhere in the world.
Wow.
But to become a working organization, there's a protocol. Mm-hmm. The protocol is you have to both send people out and host people in Hong Kong.
So it's 2 ways.
Yes.
So you send people out and then you invite people in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have to, and actually we want to cooperate with the Hong Kong's charities who may need the international volunteers.
Right.
And then the first party that we're working with is I forgot the Fresh Fish Village. I forgot, like that's a primary school. Okay. Yeah, Xin Yu Hong.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then a primary school who focus on serving those underprivileged kids, mostly from new immigrant from China, like me before. Right. And then I still remember what the principal said. He said, not every child have the ability to afford the overseas travel.
Right.
But us can bring the world to them. So we invite the international volunteers to go to Hong Kong, stay in the school with the kids for different kind of like a cultural program. So this is our first program in Hong Kong.
Okay, and what's one of the big highlights that you do that people say, wow, this is what your organization is great about? You know, what is one of the great experiences like volunteers have said, that's changed my life?
I would say, because we always invite them back to, when they back to Hong Kong, finish the project, make a sharing party so that they share the experience to the others. Indeed, different people share similar experience or similar inspiration. They open up their possibilities.
Wow.
They met new friends. They break a lot of cultural assumption or also assumption in their life.
Right.
And which is actually something I share with you just now. And I thought is like so powerful. And you know what? I said that I was a biology teacher. I was so keen on education work. One of the reasons is I got a very good biology teacher in my secondary school. She's one of the person that really changed me. Mm-hmm. And then, but I thought that what most important to change someone is not by the other people, but by ourselves.
Right.
The way we reflect. And the most powerful way is not by teaching, but facilitating people to overcome some difficulties or some assumption by themselves. So I think, to me, international work camp is indeed education tools. It's one of the tools. Sure, it's not the only one. We start with that tools. And what most important is like to help them challenge assumption, challenge themselves, challenge the rules in the community, challenge the status quo.
What about the future? What, after all this hopefully challenging time the world is going through, what's next?
Oh, come on, no one knows what's next indeed.
Well, what's next for your organization?
I know. But I like this way, thinking a Chinese way, because like crisis, Chinese crisis mean risk as well as the opportunities.
Correct.
So it's an occasion to reallocate the resources, and rearrange the rules. And something we see that like we have to change, we have to transform, just like all kind of organization. But the good thing is like as a backpacker spirit, volunteer spirit, we're always ready to adapt.
That's right.
The world's changing fast. Like the thing is, we have to change fast too and enjoy the process. And that's why I said, like, indeed, that should change already. I mean, like, work camp is something lasts for more than 100 years already. Right. That's something very historical, very beautiful, should be conserved. But we shouldn't stop there. And now we have internet. We have different kind of technology. We have different type of youth. Those kind of youth, like they are good like creating some influential work online.
Sure.
And why don't we make use of that skill set, that resources, to reconstruct the way that people really do cultural exchange and making friends. We don't. Again, it's. Sometimes we consider we as like a mixing of different kind of elements. Well, like we are education organization.
Yes.
We are charity focused on like I always say education. But another way is we are actually also serving as a dating platform.
Wow.
Yes. I mean that because like I think the best way for us to learn is the biggest learning motive.
Yes.
Is peers. Is friends. Right. If I have a friends like you, I will have no doubts. I will have to learn something from you.
That's right.
So what we need to do is not really teaching you what a global citizen should be. I just need to make you met lots of good friends from different places, and their value will influence you automatically, naturally, comfortably.
So I'm really happy, Bird, to have met you, heard about this. I think you've inspired me to also come out of my comfort zone. So thank you so much.
I'm glad to be here.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
It's such an awesome experience getting to know Bird. Firstly, his upbringing from an underprivileged, minority immigrant, and then starting this volunteering traveling. And basically, it's bringing people to places that they're no longer tourists, but really connecting with the community, connecting with the poor, connecting with the grassroots, and not just bringing people out of Hong Kong, but bringing outsiders, people from around the world, to Hong Kong to do the same. And I think the great key words I learned from Bird today is passion, global, and most importantly, getting out of your comfort zone. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm looking forward to hearing more from Bird in the future.
If I have 100 million, that's quite some money. How would I spend? I was a biology teacher. I love the way this ecosystem work. To me, money is like the resources in the ecosystem. I will use that money to build an ecosystem for Changemakers. And that's a way called social bond. And the way is like we encourage people to establish or start their own initiative, their own project, their own charities. And then there's another group of people auditing their impact. And then the money will distribute to these people according the impact they made. And during that process, people can just like investing to social impact, like buying stock in the market. That will make a social change much more smooth and automatic. If I have money, I will do that.